Hello, my friends, and welcome to another session with the older man. Today, I'm going to talk about a pretty interesting subject. It's going to blow your mind for those of you that have not been enlightened. For those of you that have been following me, I am sure you would have seen this problem clear as day. But here is my statement. Actually, I'm going to pose it as a question just so that, it don't trigger the woman too much. But here's the question. Have modern women became the version of men that the feminist movement actually fought against? So today, that's what we're going to examine. I'm going to tell you straight up, the answer is yes, but I'm going to show you proof of it. But before we get into it, you know what I'm going to ask. Come on, give me a thumbs up coming in. Come on, like the video, please. And of course, subscribe if you have not done so already. Log in to askanolderman.com, book a session with me. I have now started doing YouTube full time. Yep. Giving up my other profession, putting all of my efforts into bringing more and better content for you guys because you guys keep asking. So this is it. This is it, guys. I've made a full transition. I'm literally going to be changing my business name to Ask an Older Man. Yeah. So now, you guys, you got me 100%. Okay. So your support now, of course, is much more valuable to me. All right. Subscribe if you haven't. Log into askanolderman.com. Join our community so we can start building that as well. And with that said, listen, let's get into today's subject. I want to sort of stay neutral to this thing. So I'm going to ask our favorite companion, ChatGPT, a very simple question. I'm going to record it here. And the question is simply this. What are the traits that modern women find toxic in males?
Modern women often identify several traits in males as toxic. Here are some commonly cited ones. 1. Controlling behavior. Trying to dominate or control a partner's actions, decisions, or relationships. 2. Lack of emotional intelligence. Being unable or unwilling to express emotions in a healthy way or dismissing others' emotions. 3. Aggressiveness. Exhibiting hostility or anger in inappropriate situations, creating a threatening environment. 4. Misogyny. Holding sexist beliefs or treating women as inferior. 5. Gaslighting. Manipulating someone into questioning their reality or sanity. 6. Entitlement. Believing they deserve special treatment or that others owe them something without earning it. 7. Inflexibility. Refusing to compromise or adapt, particularly in a relationship where collaboration is necessary. 8. Narcissism. Exhibiting excessive self-centeredness, lack of empathy, and an inflated sense of self-importance. 9. Dismissiveness. Ignoring or belittling others' thoughts, feelings, or contributions. 10. Jealousy. Excessive possessiveness and suspicion that leads to controlling behavior and distrust. These traits can undermine healthy relationships and create an environment of distrust and imbalance. Recognizing and addressing these behaviors can lead to more respectful and fulfilling interactions.
Now, the number one behavior I noticed that ChatGPT did not put in that top 10 list of toxic things that men do, that was promiscuity, cheating. We know, my friends, that men and women cheat just as much as each other. And women constantly complain that it's a cheating man that they hate most. And that's the number one thing I don't like about ChatGPT. It tries to be inclusive. It tries to be politically correct. And it's sort of programmed not to be too left or right wing. Or it always tries to maintain this sort of base where it's not to be offensive. That's the only thing I don't like about. But we know the number one problem that women usually have with men as toxic behavior is that men being promiscuous. Oh, men are just cheaters. But what do we have in today's environment? Oh, my whole phase. Oh, my body count can be as high as it wants. Who cares what my body count is? I've done too many videos on this, so I don't even have to show you examples of that. We all know it. We all see it every single day. Some of the biggest shows right now on television are shows that are talking about paternity fraud. You are not the father.
You are not her father.
Has become a catchphrase. What does that tell you? So with that aside, let's get into the rest of these problems that women saw in men as toxic. All right. I will display and explain why all of these traits are now more prominent in women than they are in men in today's modern society. Attempting to dominate or control a partner's action, decisions, or relationship. This is absolutely one of the most common things that women try to do. It is literally one of the biggest problems that we have as men. I shouldn't even have to bring up any videos that show you this. The second a woman gets into a relationship, her first goal is to achieve dominance, even though she's the one that wanted a dominant man in the first place. But to emasculate the man is her first job. Now listen, so that you understand why this happens naturally with women. Women have to constantly be reassured that the man she's with is capable of being stronger than her. She has to have that reassurance. So that's why it's important for the man not to make her dominate him, because then he becomes the bee in the relationship. And then disrespect will kick in. So that's why it's important for men to hold the fort. Don't make her get that shit over you. Always make the woman feel that, hey, I have other options. Even if there's no other option, you have to make her feel that you're better off without her. That makes her know that her place is here because you want her here, not because you need her there. Understand that simple thing, gentlemen. Okay? Number 2, lack of emotional intelligence. Really? Now, being unable to or unwilling to express emotions in a healthy way or dismissing the emotions of others. Now, we know women don't care about your emotions. The only time she cares about your emotion is when you become too emotional. Jesus, stop crying. Why is he crying? I don't understand why he's crying. The minute you show a woman any degree of weakness, look back at the number 1 problem. Dominance. She don't see you as a dominant person. What she sees is a crying, whimpering little pea. That's it. She can't respect that.
So do you ladies feel like women are seriously ready for emotionally intelligent men?
Kitty, what do you think? Okay, let's talk about what emotional intelligence comes with before we even get into this conversation, okay? We're talking about you wanting a man who is tolerant, who regulates his emotions, who also knows how to manage your emotions. Mm-hmm. But you're also talking about a man who knows how to navigate his sensitivities and everything else when it comes to that. But you have to consider that an emotionally intelligent man is good at cutting people off when he sees that your sensitivities bring too much reactivity. Ooh. When he sees that you cannot regulate your emotions. When he sees that you have a low tolerance. This type of man that you are asking for is a man who will walk you out the door in a heartbeat if he feels like you are disrupting his peace. If he feels like there's any level of disrespect, because there's a lot that comes with emotional intelligence. So if Stoicism. This is the problem that I see in today's environment. Women have become so much more aggressive and emotional, but yet they were never taught to be stoic, to control that emotion, not to not have the emotion. A man can be sad. He don't have to show it to everybody. He don't have to go out and express it to the world. He can go quietly into the woods and scream as loud as he wants. He can go and park in a parking lot and cry his ass off and scream and get it out. He can go to the gym and rep it out. He can hit that punching bag and get it out. But he don't do shit like this. Because this is going to go into number 3 as well. Exhibiting hostility or anger in situation where it's uncalled for, often creating a threatening environment. Okay, because this is women's MO here.
Because I'm sorry, doesn't mean your behavior is okay.
I didn't behave no way for such years.
Oh, okay. Your bag's right there.
Even everybody else, I didn't. You can ask everyone sitting next to me. They're having me hold it. All y'all, no, get off me.
We're going to come on. Don't make it harder.
Got it?
Yeah.
You got leg restraints?
No, you can leave my building. Thank you.
I'm sorry?
You can leave my building.
Calm down, first of all.
No.
Just
No.
settle down.
No.
Settle down.
No.
Settle down. Settle down.
No.
You're sitting, standing, you have sunglasses on, you have nobody knows who you are and what you're doing. Go away. This is a government property. You're not supposed to be
The
here
address is
filming
6360
anything.
Broad Street. I have a customer and her 9 customer who's videotaping the post office and customers with sunglasses on and a gator on his face. Suspicious, and he's in there videotaping everybody. Yes, it's the post office.
Yeah. Part of being emotionally intelligent is actually controlling those emotions. That is what people don't understand. We like to conflate emotional intelligence as not showing emotions. Men don't show emotions because we were taught very young to be stoic, to control it. Because an emotional man combines with a man's strength and a man's testosterone levels to be aggressive is a recipe for disaster. Let's look at the last shooter, okay? Let's look at all of the aggressive acts that were perpetrated by men. It turns out nasty because when men explode, they take out a lot larger percentage of people than women do. But both of the emotions are the same. They have to be controlled. So emotional intelligence and aggressiveness. Let's go to the next one. Misogyny. Oh boy. Every single woman has that word. Oh, you're just a misogynist. The reality of it is they're more misandrous in this world than they are misogynist. Misogyny for women is when a man actually put boundaries in their way. A woman wants to have the ability to just do whatever the hell she wants because society have said to her, hey, listen, we have been suppressed for so long. Way back in the 60s and 70s, now we should be free to do whatever we want. And if any man says anything to the contrary, then he's a misogynist. Anytime a man has any boundaries, no, I don't want a woman with, 80, 90 body count. No. Oh, you're just a misogynist. No, I don't want you to go out in that revealing outfit when we are in a relationship because you're just inviting other men to look at you and to find you sexually attractive when you should be in a monogamous relationship. Oh, you're just a misogynist. And the list just goes on and on. I don't have to show you any video showing that. There is more misandry in this world right now because the world is based on a gynocentric society. There are more women hating on men because they're not getting the results feminism told them that they should be getting, especially as they get older. Feminism told her if she becomes a boss bee, if she becomes the woman and she don't need a man, that she will be happier later on in her years.
We'll be honest, I'm tired of persevering. Like, I just want to sit for a little and then I can persevere. There are days where I'm like, wow, I really girl boss close to the sun.
Wait, what does that mean?
What it means is that, I love that I'm a founder of businesses and that I make my own income and I support myself and I'm empowered by it, and that's great. But I am tired. And sometimes I see the girl who gets to go to Pilates midday with a big fat ring on her finger and her G-Wagon and live a little happy life, and she doesn't have to do anything except go to Air One and make the home look nice. I'm like, you know what? Did I scam myself? Maybe. But it's okay.
Now I get it.
Happy about my choices. Again, I don't trust any men ever, so it's fine. I like being empowered, but
yeah,
the grass does look kind of green over there sometimes.
And you know what? When these women hit 35, 40, reality sit in because now she's lonely. She might have a few dollars. Most of them don't. Most of them have that shitty ass job that they got to get on the subway and on a broken down car. They've never put any money away for their later years, and they're suffering. And they realize their demise is imminent to have in their older years those cats and dogs. And they're box wine in a shitty apartment because she can't get anything better. It is literally what is happening right now across the entire globe. Because she could not find a man that she found worthy enough to be with her.
When I complain about work and people are like, well, get a new job then. I'm like, no, I don't like working. It's not the job. I just don't like working. So getting a new job will not fix this core issue. Plus, at least I know what to expect at my current job. It's the devil you know, right? Like, unhelpful advice.
Because, of course, she's amazing. Gaslighting. Woo. Manipulating someone into questioning their reality or sanity. Oh, let's not even go there. Oh, you can't buy that? You're broke. You're just just broke. Oh, you have small d energy. These are all gaslighting terms to make a other person feel like they're not worthy. Constantly making a man question his worth and his reality. Oh, you got small dick. Compared to what? How many men you've had stretching yours that where I'm now small? Ah, you never thought about that, did you? So we are now living in this world where gaslighting is the female weapon of choice.
With women who are completely out of control.
But what is an out of control woman? What is this creature? How do we know when we met one?
Well, I'm sure that you've met women in your life that acted towards you in a bullying and detestable manner. It's very difficult for women to cope with that because they don't have any real recourse. And female bullying can be unbelievably vicious. And usually that takes the shape of reputation destruction, innuendo, and gossip. So because people look at aggressive and antisocial behavior in women and in men. And in women it tends to take the expression of innuendo, gossip, and reputation destruction. And in men it tends to take the form of outright physical aggression. There's a whole literature on that. This has been known for 30 years. Look, women have to express aggression somehow unless you're willing to say that they're not aggressive. They tend not to do it physically. Not to the degree men do, so they use other channels.
Oh, look at her face. You think she heard anything he said? No! It's another way of just gaslighting the man. That blank half grin on her face, even though the man is making some serious points there. Because it's true. Let's go to the next one. Number 6, entitlement. Believe they deserve special treatment or that others owe them something without earning it. These are things that men were accused of. Where the hell would men want something that he didn't earn? Every man knows that the only way he's going to get something is if he work his ass off for it.
What does the average woman bring to the table in 2023?
Well, so I don't know.
Can I say something?
Exactly.
Society do not give men shit freely. All the programs are based for women. That's it. But lo and behold, you tell a woman that she can't get that job that pretty much only men can do. Oh, she wants to be a firefighter. Yeah, sure, you can. Please drag and put that 200-pound man on your shoulders, dead weight from off the ground. Please get him on your shoulders and walk him out of the building. 200 pounds. Get him up on your shoulders and walk him out. Can she do that? No, she can't. Please hold that hose that is pushing out over 400 pounds of freaking pressure out of it.
Firefighter was coined to create the illusion that women are of the same standard and do the same job as men in the fire service. This woman on the game show Fort Boyard is a firefighter.
I hope they've taught you how to knock down doors.
Definitely.
In you go.
Oh no, this is tough.
As high as you can. As high as you can. As high as you can.
Take a bigger run up. She's a hard lady.
Go on, Jane. Remember the elbow. Big run, as fast as you can.
That's
and high. High.
High. So close.
As fast as you can. Well done.
Get going. Oh. Come out. That was such a great effort.
Okay.
Yeah, I think just 2 more throws and you would have been there, but that's tough for you.
A man with no firefighter training has no trouble with the same task.
But you want that job. Police officers. Yes, you want that job. Oh, Secret Service agents. How did that work out? Yes, you want that job. We gave it to you. Guess what? Screwed that up. But yes, every woman wants and is entitled to anything. Anything she freaking asks for, she should get it. And so now we have these programs. What is it called? DIE or DEI? Yeah, DEI. Diversity, equity, and inclusion. That's the big buzzword in America right now. So now all businesses are hiring women, LGBT, whatever the hell they have to do right now just to be socially included in today's business and marketplace. And one of the worst places that this will be dangerous for is when it comes to law enforcement. Whether it's security guard, police officers, army, Navy, you name all the armed forces and special services, and of course, guarding the most powerful man in the world, the US president. But I'm glad to see that the whole DEI issue is now being displayed and the problems that we have it when it comes to law enforcement. Because the perpetrators are men. And regardless of what women like to think, men are physically stronger than they are. And just because they think they can hold a gun, that makes it equal. No, it doesn't. Men have bigger guns. Men have been using guns for much longer than they have. Men have a warrior mentality. Women don't naturally have that. But let's go to the next one. Inflexibility. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Women don't want to change for shit. I ain't changing for no man. I ain't changing for shit. If he don't like what I do, then move on. Move on. This is the biggest problem with most relationships. Women are inflexible, incapable of changing, even to get the one thing that she desires and needs, a good relationship. When in essence, the only way a relationship, any relationship can survive is by being flexible. You have to give up something to get something. Trust me, I've been in this for 20 years. I'm constantly giving up something. She has to give up something. I have to give up something. Sometimes she feels that she's giving up too much. Sometimes I feel like I'm giving up too much. But in the end, we both realize that we have to give. I enjoy doing something great for my wife. I enjoy being flexible for my wife. And in turn, she loves doing the same for me. And that's why we're here 20 years later.
Appreciate you, sir. She's got your baby sitting. She doesn't appreciate you, sir. She's got your baby sitting her kids while she's going out all night. She's wondering why you can't be more of a father to the children she created with other men. She wants to know why she can't give more of your money when she's got a couple of child support checks coming in. She's got housing. She's done a disability check. And she wants to know why you can't part with more of your check. Do you see what I'm telling you?
See it. Well, ain't nothing free, Your Honor. He's not finna just be with me just because, you know. I mean, he's gonna have to help out because
I pay all the bills, so
Your Honor, he does not.
I pay all the bills and
Mr. Nevins, do you understand what I'm telling you? I'm not talking to her because I don't think she could hear me. I'm talking to somebody who I think can hear me. Can you hear me?
No.
Am I saying anything that your family's ever told you?
Yeah, they tell me that every time I see them.
I don't know them, they don't know me, but we're both telling you the same thing. What does that tell you?
Keep your family out your business.
See what I'm talking about? That's what I'm talking about. It's insane. So let's not talk about inflexibility when it comes to male nature. One of the most inflexible creatures is today's modern woman. They want everything for free. They don't want to give up any part of their comfort. This woman still want to hit the streets. She want to have babies for other men and then have another man come in and provide and protect her and give him his resources for what? For some overused little panani? It's freaking insane, man. And of course, we're going to hit the big one, narcissism. This is what women say that men are. Men are narcissists, exhibiting excessive self-centeredness, lack of empathy, and an inflated sense of self-importance. Oh, you want to see how modern women operate? Even the psychologists are telling you that there is a serious problem. Let's go to one of our favorite psychologists, Sadia Khan.
Worst piece of advice that women are getting is the narcissistic movement. The movement about how every person you've disagreed with ever in your life is a narcissist, whether that's your mom, your dad, or your ex-partner. Everybody's a narcissist, and they use these buzzwords like gaslighting, breadcrumbing, all of this stuff. It's 9 times out of 10 when somebody's come to me and said, so-and-so is a narcissist, they are a narcissist themselves. They have a narcissistic desire to be a victim in every situation. They have a narcissistic desire to avoid any accountability, and they have a narcissistic desire for excessive sympathy from the people around them. And so the people who claim that they're victims of narcissists are usually the narcissists themselves. They're just in reverse. They like to be a victim. Real people who've been abused by narcissists will come to me and say, how do I get better? Because my husband says I'm too fat. They're actually trying to please the narcissist. They are so brainwashed by the narcissist that they think they have done nothing right in this relationship. They're awful and they need to improve. But if you're in the end where you're posting memes about a narcissist, you haven't been through narcissistic abuse. You've just been in a bad relationship.
Yeah. Oh, I love how she puts this together. And this is a woman that talks to tons of women about this crap. She's a psychologist. This is what we have to face as men. But women, of course, they don't identify that. This is another piece I love to play because she really brings it home here.
Because we've created a generation of narcissistic women. And what's happened is the rise of social media and the rise of online dating and the rise of feminism has taught women that they are not to blame for any poor choices. Every poor choice is glamorized. So if you want to be a sex worker, it's great. If you want to post in bikini pictures online, it's fine. If you want to be with it, every poor choice is glamorized, and every internal reflection is seen as gaslighting yourself. So they've even got terms for internal reflection to prevent it happening. And so what will happen is they are trained to not reflect on themselves because we've been told we've been oppressed for so many years. Now it's time to make sure we project. And so we don't take any accountability. And as a result, when we get into relationships, if we don't feel completely soothed all the time, he must be a narcissist. He must be a manipulator. He must be gaslighting. He, rather than I.
Yes, you heard what she said. Because we have been oppressed for so long, we now feel that we should get away with anything. Not that, hey, we need to make sure that the men consider what they're doing wrong and we maintain ourselves as good women. No, that wasn't what she said. The script has now been flipped. This is the problem. The script has been flipped. That means it confirms what I am telling you. Women have become the version of men that they actually despise in the beginning. What feminism have tried to freaking squash, women have now become that man. Not even the best version of a man. They have chosen the toxic traits of the man and they have become that. And that, my friend, is the reason why we are having really crappy relationships right now. We got 2 more to go. Dismissiveness and jealousy. Dismissiveness, ignoring or belittling others' thoughts, feelings, or contributions. Jealousy, excessive possessiveness and suspicion that leads to controlling behavior and distraught. Yes, this is a common trait in today's dating market. A woman can go out and do whatever hell she wants. But lo and behold, if that man ever gets caught cheating or doing anything, oh, he's disgusting, he's a narcissist, oh, trauma. What happens is it goes back to all of the things that I mentioned in the first 8 before this. That man is disgusting. And then the aggressiveness comes, the nastiness comes up, the abuse comes.
Are women domestic abusers? I had an ex. He came from a relationship. His girlfriend hit him constantly. She was an alcoholic and she hit him constantly. He ended up finding her in bed with someone else. It destroyed his life.
You know, that's on him. The second you get into any signs of abuse from a woman, right? Get out. Just get out. I would tell women the same thing. Any signs of abuse, get out. Simple.
About how there are women who really do abuse their man, especially emotionally. And then, of course, how they get away physically because, you know, most men don't know their strength. So they better not ever lay a hand on another woman. But then you see women that they abuse their men and then they're so toxic. They do things to their cars, to their possessions, and then they just get away with it. And a lot of people don't like to talk about it, but I will. Treat men with respect. Men feel loved when they're respected. It's really that simple. And if you're not ready for a relationship, if your hands are too floppity flop, then go and stay single. There was a point in my life when I was very handsy as well. That's why I can speak about it. And it was a horrible place to be. And I'm so glad that with healing, I was able to heal that part of me. You know, you grow up in a dysfunctional family.
Yes, my friends. All right. We have covered the full 10 points. Listen, my friends. Hopefully you have reached the end with me. I just wanted to highlight this point. Ladies, I would love to know your feedback because I'm not trying to be facetious. I'm not trying to be mean. I am pointing out things I see in society. I don't care what the issue is. If I see that there's a problem, I'm going to address it. And that's all I'm doing, addressing a problem that I see. Hoping that others will see the same problem and fix their behavior, understand that behavior, so that we can all join together and get into relationships that can actually work. I'll tell you, they can. I'm proof of that. So, my friends, please, thumbs up on this message if you've reached this far. Hey, log in to askanolderman.com, book a session, join our community, and remember one thing. Whenever in doubt, always ask an older man. I'll see you soon. Cheers.